Hi, I'm Suzy Badaracco, President of Culinary Tides. We're a fractional foresight and trends intelligence team for the food and beverage and neighboring industries. This presentation is a condensed version of the full session I delivered at the Convenience Foodservice Exchange in 2025. In this shortened format, I'll walk you through the key insights and takeaways we covered so you can quickly get up to speed on trends that matter the most. If you'd like access to the full deck, there'll be a QR code at the end of the presentation where you can request a copy. Or if you want to learn more, feel free to reach out so we can keep the conversation going. And so for now, let's go ahead and begin with the Power of Beverages, a force multiplier for food service. We're going to dive right into flavor drivers and talk about how bold flavors come to life. So Mintel, among others, was reporting that 45% of US consumers say they absolutely want spicy and bold flavored beverages. So comfort is not where we're at. And what you want to think about is the drivers, so the tone and the voice, right? So it's not just like, what is the hot flavors? What's the tone and the voice? So are you trying to go for adventure and excitement through taste? Or maybe thrilling comfort, so comfort with spice or heat. Maybe you're doing waking up the senses, so that's where your pickled, blistered, smoked comes in. Or wild, not mild, like complex heat. You could also do sours, and those are coming in dressing, sauces, condiments, definitely through beverage. And then there's the sweet fusion. So since this one is made, you probably all have heard about spicy, sweet and spicy, but she's got sisters. They're salty, sweet and salty, smoky, sweet and smoky, and there is a new one. It's swangy and sweet and tangy. So think of vinegars, citrus going in with sweet. Maybe you're going for heritage or a nostalgia. So nostalgia is not comfort food. Nostalgia is when you're tying your food or beverage to a time and place in history. Nostalgia then is turning that on its head with a modern twist. Is it rewarding? Is it luxe but affordable? Or maybe you're going for more of a physical experience like textural, foams, jellies, crunchy, or unexpected. Or maybe you're going for visually engaging, so bold colors, bold textures. Next is add-ins and preps. So again, it's not just about the beverage, are you adding something extra to it? Are you preparing it in a certain way that would be enticing? So what do they communicate? We're going to look at botanicals and herbs, spices, functional, infusions, and clarifications. So why with botanicals and herbs? You're looking at ingredients like lavender, rosemary, hibiscus, chamomile. They're going to add depth, aroma, and absolutely a sophisticated twist. Not to mention there could be health properties. Spices and heat, things like cinnamon, ginger, black pepper, chili. It's going to create warmth, contrast, and depth, and definitely will appeal to the adventurous palates. When you're looking at functional, it could be collagen, it could be adaptogens, it could be nootropics, but they're infused and it's catering to the wellness conscious consumers that are looking beyond flavor. When we're looking at infusions or macerations, you're soaking herbs, fruits, or spices in liquid to draw out those fabulous deep flavors. So think infused spirits, botanical waters, even cold brew teas. And clarifications and fat washing are little newer kids on the block. So clarification, you're filtering out solids for a refined drink, or you're infusing fats like butter, coconut oil to add body and richness. Clarified cocktails, fat washed whiskey. Think of these kind of items. When you're looking at non-alcohol drivers, low alcohol's primary driver for repeat purchase is its ability to mimic the taste of the full alcohol version. In other words, consumers are expecting to have the same taste even though you've taken out the alcohol. Low alcohol also affords consumers the ability to blend in social situations, and it eliminates the stress of standing out. They don't want to be questioned like, why aren't you drinking? What's going on? Can I get you something? Consumers also more often switch to a beverage that is naturally low in alcohol, not to a low alcohol version of the original drink. So for instance, a wine drinker, instead of going from wine to low alcohol wine, which might only drop to about 9% from 12 or 13%, they're going to drop all the way down to a 5% beverage like a ready to drink or a beer. And low alcohol is most sought after by Gen Z and millennials. By the way, those generations are absolutely partaking, but they're the generations that were born into cannabis being legal, for example. So they have alternates besides low alcohol. And also, by the way, the generations report that cannabis has no calories, no hangover, and is cheaper. So alcohol of any type has some competition. Nielsen had reported low alcohol sparkling wine is the one that's actually projected to grow. Cometric also reported low alcohol products are most often discussed in relation to social events and gatherings. So what that means is, again, it's that ability not to stand out. They're really interested in these products for parties and gatherings. YouGov reported that the percent of young adults choosing low or no alcohol has risen from 31 to 44% year over year. And again, they're not necessarily abstaining, they just have other choices. Now let's look at some of the alcohol drivers. There are a set of categories that are changing personalities. Let's take them one by one. Craft beer, what we're seeing is experimental and hybrid brews. So unexpected ingredients like botanicals, tea, or spice, and hybrid blend beer with wine, cocktails, and functional ingredients. With hard seltzer, you're really going more premium or purpose-driven. So premiumization, you've got high quality ingredients and craft flavors. Functional, now you've got electrolytes, probiotics, or adaptogens. And ready to drink cocktails, you're really getting the elevated bar quality creations. So high-end bar quality formulations with more complex flavors. So think of top shelf spirits, but with craft presentation. And then if you go into the whiskey and brown spirits, you've got more cross-category innovation. So whiskey with fine finishes like wine barrel aging, smoked elements, and flavor infusions. Bourbon and rye are also crossing into cocktails and ready to drinks. And then wine is absolutely playful and disruptive. We've got embracing unconventional formats. So they're coming in cans, pouches, spritzers. Definitely playful branding and absolutely experimental blends. So we're drinking outside the box. We're going to show you how to some ideas for cross merchandising that definitely will move units. So this slide, there's actually two of these in the full presentation. This is the second one. This is beyond the cooler beverage pairing strategies for gatherings in particular. So you can see this starts with number 4 because in the full deck, there's 1, 2, and 3. Number 4 is curated flight night packs. So grab and go box sets with the beverage. So you could have your build your own beverage flight. So it's perfect for parties, for tastings. You can create grab and go kits with 3 to 4 small format drinks like sparkling teas, non-alcohol beers, fountain drinks, kombucha, slushies, etc. But then pair it with salty snacks, mini donuts, jerky, or even cheese cubes. So sell as ready to enjoy tasting kits for game nights, birthday parties, or just, an evening to chill. Fifth idea was sip and snack, so pairing guides, so having shelf tags or digital menus. So it's kind of instant meal and drink pairing, so no guesswork on the part of the consumer. So you can use signage to guide customers to pair perfect meals and beverages, whether it's from the cooler, the shelf, or the food service station. So think of frozen taquitos and canned margaritas, right? Mini apple pies and hard cider, or maybe hot tea from the dispenser. You could do tuna salad snack kits with green tea, sparkling water. You can market for lunch breaks, day trips, road trips, game day, impromptu, hangout sessions. And number 6 was dinner party in a bag. So themed packs for entertaining. So kind of turnkey little party kits featuring beverage and snacks. So design themed party packs that combine alcohol and non-alcohol options. So slushy drink mix and spirits mini bottles, hot cocoa and peppermint stir sticks, canned cocktails and cold brew shots. or complimentary sweet and savory snacks. You can also have a QR code with a Spotify playlist and serving tips. So themes could be anything from a girls' night in, Taco Tuesday, movie marathon, game night, or just holiday mixers. So some of the final thoughts. Consumers value authenticity, convenience, and definitely a sense of adventure in their beverage choices. Elevated experiences really make up the backbone of many trends. It doesn't always mean higher cost. And beverage add-ins and mixers act as kind of their party dress. Don't forget cross-tying or layering trends within a concept will lengthen its life cycle. And from us, know the birth and life cycle of a trend prior to deciding to enter it so you can foretell how to navigate it. We don't want you flying blind. And spend more time researching a trend's personality and trajectory than worrying about what your competitors are doing. After all, they may be idiots. And here is that QR code. So that's a wrap. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like a copy of the full version of this presentation, just scan this QR code on the screen. It'll take you to a quick request form. And if you have any questions or just want to chat more about what we covered, feel free to reach out using any of the contact information here. I would love to connect. Thanks so much.